Hey guys, just decided to give a little video presentation on some of the equipment that we have here at Central Arkansas Electronics Depot. I've got on the bench, of course, my PC. I've got this real nice roll-away kind of a cabinet thing. Let's see if I can get a better view of it. There you go. That's pretty cool. It's got a wide base at the bottom with two wheels at each corner, and they're locking, so you don't worry about this thing rolling on you or moving on you while you're trying to work. It's got a drawer, a shelf, two shelves, three shelves, four shelves, and it's made of steel, high gauge steel. So you don't worry about any of the shelves flexing on you when you put some heavy equipment on it. But I'll try to show you a little bit of what's on that bench, and it doesn't take a whole lot of money to set up something like that. But let me show you. First off, I've got this Hewlett-Packard DC power supply. It's the HP 6286A DC power supply. This one will put out 20 volts up to 10 amps, and it's got a configuration port on the back to do all sorts of other things with it. You can loop it together with another power supply, but that's for another video. Right now I just want to show you what we have on the bench here, and this power supply is very simple to use, on off, but there are other adjustments, scale adjustment for what you're viewing here, current, fine current, and coarse, power ground, system ground, and power, and then voltage, coarse adjust and fine adjust, and a fuse accessible from the front there, which is pretty cool. And I'm using the ground to ground myself right there, and that's so I don't when I'm working on these boards, they're susceptible to this static discharge damage on these EPROMs and so forth. So it's important to have a static, what they call static bracelet, grounded to the system ground. A lot of people don't believe that, but you have to ground it back to the whole house. And I have a oscilloscope here, the Rigel DS1054Z, which is a really cool feature-packed oscilloscope with a minimal amount of investment. It's a 4-channel. It's awesome. And then I have the EZ Manufacturing EZ-FC701 5U, and it is a 100 megahertz universal counter. It's got dual inputs, and you can compare inputs. But what I wanted to show you was this piece of unused test equipment that I have on my bench. It's a NTSC signal generator. As you know, now we don't have NTSC anymore, formatted TV signals. Now our TV signals are HDMI format. So this piece of test equipment right now is just sitting there not doing nothing. So what I decided to do was take the top off, and then you can use this equipment to not only check. I have the spec book for this thing, for this unit, and you can only do tests to see if it's still working properly, but you can use it as a teaching tool. I mean, it's perfect here. You can learn everything from crystal oscillators, variable capacitors. You can learn about memories. You can learn about all the way that it propagates all the different signals, and then the power supply board. I think I'm going to start with the power supply board as a tutorial kind of a video, and as soon as I get this cover off, I'll get started on that. I'll get started on that presentation. I'll actually take the voltages. I'll show you on the book where all the test points are on this board. This unit has the main board here, and then it has the RF board and two RF boards, and then it's got the power board. And that's where, as you can see in the back, you've got oh, these are all test outputs. You got your subcarrier. Like I said, this is all NTSC television formatted signals, and we're not going to worry too much about what all that signal means right now, but we're going to use it as a, like I said, a teaching aid. You got subcarrier connection output, a sync output, blanking, black, test signal, your gen lock loop. You have your bars, frame, V drive, H drive, and burst flags. A remote RS-232 connector for remotely controlling the box. It has an XLR audio output for an audio test signal, and right here is your on, off, a fuse holder, and your AC power line. Just pulls right off very nicely, very easily. And then the front panel, this is a very odd configuration of a piece of test equipment. It's not high at all. It looks like 3 inches and way deep, 36-inch deep. But it was designed by Tektronix, probably for a customer that had these specific specifications in mind for a specialty project maybe. But we get this Tektronix TSG 170A NTSC television signal generator, and here's where it's a touchpad control. It's not a mechanical switch. It's a soft switch control. And like I said, we're just going to turn it on to any mode, any of these modes. They're all, it generates patterns that you can see on the oscope. But for now, we're just going to show you how to use the book, how to use your multimeter, and how do you hook up to how do you find the test points that are specified in the book. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And in the next video, we're gonna get into this thing. Thank you.